Yo, join my Discord for early access Paradox giveaway, and then join the Paradox Discord server because if I get even more invites, I can give away another early access rec. So type shit. But more than that at the end of this video.
Yeah. Oh, this is midnight.
Yo, so
Yeah.
I know everybody and that their mom is making a type soul's dying, why it's dying, this is dying, this, that, and third, right? Video. But like, I'm finna make mine type shit. You feel me? But no, I'm like low key. This is an issue like above type soul. If I'm gonna be honest, this is more like a PvP game issue, in my opinion. Like, not every PvP game dies, obviously, but a lot of them have like a capped or a limited lifespan. And I'm not gonna lie, type soul is just reaching its like. It can always come back. It can always drop hell mode. It can always drop something crazy that is going to revive the game. But like, right about now, it lasted longer than I expected, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm just gonna make a few examples type shit compared to some other games, but like, realistically, I mean, it shouldn't be a surprise that it's dying. So let me first start off by saying I don't think type soul's dying because of other games coming out. Like, yes, Diva's Creation has came out. I'm loving that game right now. Yes, Anime Vanguard has come out, and like, yes, it's taking some of its players. It's taking like 2K, 1K. But that's not the reason why it's dying. Because if that was the reason, then it would have lost all of its players, when really it's just like a temporary 2K are off that are probably going to come back, or maybe they just might not because type soul is dying, right? So, in my opinion, these type of games, specifically PvP games, they kind of hit a cap on like their player count. And what I mean by this is, let's take a look at like Peroxide, right? Also, turn on that Aria of Souls. But even Peroxide, it's like at a point it just capped, right? No one's gonna debate that if Peroxide is dead or not, because the answer is that it is. But if you check Peroxide's player count right now, it's probably sitting at a calm like 4K or 5K. And that's not because Peroxide is like booming or anything, because it's most definitely dead. But I don't think Peroxide's ever gonna fall under 5 or 4K because it has that core player base that plays the game every day, or that just will keep coming back, right? And type soul is about to get to that point. Like, the core like 8K are probably always going to be on type soul, and it's probably just never gonna grow. And the thing is this happens with a lot of games. Like, a good example of a game where I would say this doesn't happen to is Deep Woken, and that's because Deep Woken is just like so ingrained in its core to the PvP Roblox game like scene that like Deep Woken won't ever die, and it'll get updates where it goes past like 20K, 30K, and then they add something super new. But like, realistically, it's always gonna say like come like what, like 16K, 15K, 20K maybe. That's what Deep Woken has, right? And that's the same with bigger games too, surprisingly. Like, if you think about it, Blox Fruits is dead. Now, statistically, obviously it's not dead. It's one of the biggest Roblox games, right? But realistically, like, Blox Fruits is dead. It hasn't had an actual update. Like, holy stutter. It has had no updates for like a solid like 6 months. And I used to be in the Blox Fruits community, so I would know, right? It hasn't had an update for like a solid 6 months, and yet it still has 400K players, like, consistent. But the thing is that's low-key dead, because although it's a lot, I would say only like 100K of those, which is still a great number, but like, maybe even less, maybe only like 50K of those are new players, right? Blox Fruits isn't getting new players, it just has its core player base, which is significantly bigger, right? So when an update drops on Blox Fruits, it's going to like 1.2 mil. Like it's actually just going to 1.2 mil. But its core regular day-to-day player base is 400K, and I would honestly say that game is dead right now. Like, because although if you look it up on YouTube, the YouTubers are still making content, they're still getting a lot of views, but they're getting a lot of views not because Blox Fruits is like booming right now, but they're getting a lot of views because Blox Fruits has a huge community, right? So Blox Fruits is low-key dead, but obviously it still has a large player base, and like, it's still doing its thing. That's the same with Type Soul. Type Reborn is not killing Type Soul. Paradox might maybe kill Type Soul, but I feel like it's just gonna get its own core player base like Peroxide. Type Soul is just simply dying. It's dying, and it's about to hit that stage where it's at a solid 8K for the next 8 months. and then Hell's gonna drop. It's gonna be at like maybe like a calm 70k. It's gonna give you like back at like peak type soul numbers, 70k for like 2 weeks. Boom, right back down to 8k, just consistently. Maybe type soul will raise it to like 20k consistent, but at that point, I don't see the game like growing. And this isn't a type soul problem, but this is a Roblox PvP game problem, and there's not much they can do to fix it. Now, what I would do is introduce new game modes, like the new battle royale thing they're doing is really good. I know Rasai said this in his YAT video, the W-YAT method, but like GPU was like on, like that shit was dead, and it dropped battle royale, and now it's doing well, right? So that could be the same for type soul, but let's say battle royale hits a soul shuffle flop, right? At that point, the game is cooked until hell mode drops. I don't see one update changing that. They could drop 6 new Shikais, they could drop 8 new weapons, and they could have a whole new thing, but unless they drop something crazy like Forbringers where it's a whole new progression, there's just no point to get on type soul. Type soul is good, no matter what happens, it's still going to be type soul. New element drops, it's still type soul. So it's going to have its core player base. It's never going to drop like super low, but at the same time, it's dead right now. Type soul is dead, and that's no debate. Type soul is dead. It's not dying. It's definitely no debate that it's dying, but type soul is dead. And I know I sound like Balboa right now, but to be fair, a broken clock is right twice a day. Like Balboa, he's been saying type soul's dead for the last 4 months, and this is the first time he's been right. Type soul is most definitely dead right now, and that's just a fact. But I wouldn't even say it's type soul's fault. Like, I'm not saying it's 100% their fault is their thing. I'm saying it's like a calm like 60%. I would say it's 60% their fault. Nah, maybe 60%. 50% their fault. Like 30% the community, and then the last 20 is just the game that is. Like a PvP game, unless you're Blox Fruits, and even Blox Fruits struggles with this problem, it's never going to be always growing. It's not going to be always like getting better and better. Blox Fruits, yes, hit a new record when V4 dropped and got like 1.2 million on the game, but that's because that shit was crazy. And then it got a consistent 400k. And this game's not Blox Fruits, so.
How does the guy has Wizard, bro? Why does he have so much? Nah, with Wizard, crazy. Alright, let me stop recording, bro. I know I just got crazy.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I almost forgot to talk about the early access requirements at the end of the video. So, my last giveaway I just did was for everybody. Anybody can enter. All you have to do is join the Discord. Boom, you're entered, right? This one, I'm rewarding the people that be active. So, I don't have like a level shit. Like, I have levels, but the levels don't really mean anything to me because you could just spam within like a day and then get levels and you're active in quotation marks. So, that's not how I do it. I'm gonna be rewarding the people that are like actually active in the Discord server, that or in my streams, my comments I see around, and people that like, what's it called? That just do that because, you know, they fuck with me. So how it's probably gonna work is that I already have like a green role. It's like W man's role or whatever. It's like for active people and shit. So basically anyone with that role will be able to, and higher, will be able to enter the giveaway. And for people just watching this and don't have the role, you can still get the role. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it might be hard, but I mean, if you've been here for a while, then I should see you, because I read all my comments, so I recognize people that consistently leave comments and shit. And then if you're just active in the Discord and shit, I'll probably do a purge of promotions. I've been calling this shit for like a month. I was supposed to do this. I've been supposed to get rid of all the current green roles and give new people green role, right? And like demote people and like promote people. So I know the big like content creator thing is on Saturday, which I tried to get in, but they dye my shit. Like, man, fuck them. But I'll probably do it like Friday evening or something like that. I'll give a whole new people green names, demote a whole people from green names, give some people mod shit, stuff like that. I mean, okay, if you apply for mod and you get mod, you can get in there for free. But yeah, just like some basic shit. And yeah, I mean, if you're watching this and you're seeing this and like you don't have it, I mean, shit, maybe get active in the Discord right now, and my next rec will be fucking for active people. But yeah, this is just to promote activity in the Discord server and shit, and promote the people that are. Peace.